So there you have it. When we talk about food security, it is a global problem that needs a global solution. But we're happy to tell you there have been many great developments, including one from home.
From Indonesia.
From Indonesia.
That's right.
Where one of the students from the International Agricultural Institute in Bogor won the first place at an international food competition. And here he is to represent his team from IPB, Brian Ariel. Hello, good morning once again, Brian.
Hello, good morning, Kak Siska.
So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
On the brilliant achievement to you and the rest of your team. There are three of you in the team, right?
Yeah, three of us.
So first of all, can you tell us more actually about the competition itself? What is it exactly?
So it's called as the Developing Solutions for Developing Countries. So in these competitions, we're required to make a healthy beverage made up from fruits and vegetables that could be distributed outside the cold chains. Like we know generally that the beverage or our fruits and smoothies stored in the refrigerator, but in these competitions we're required to make some ideas to produce the beverage that can be distributed outside the cold chains.
Okay. Interesting. Yes.
Now, Brian, could you please share with us the backstory of how you and your team from IPB can join this competition?
So, okay, that's a really nice question. So, our university, or in this case, the Food Science and Technology Department of, which is my major, our major, regularly join these competitions. Okay. So there are actually numerous seniors that have joined these competitions. So it started at this January of 2023 when we initiate our groups and our department support us to join these competitions. That's how we actually join and know these competitions.
Okay, so it's a competition that is regularly attended by IPB, and this year was no exception, and you and your team managed to get in and winning the whole competition. Now, could you tell us more actually about the preparation and what was the most challenging part about it?
It took like I said before, almost half a year to prepare for this.
6 months
to
attend this competition.
To attend and also prepare. So this competition's divided into two main stages. The first one will be the preliminary round, which we have to send a 2-page of preliminary proposal. And after that, we are fortunately managed to get into the final round, which includes 6 finalists from around the world. So the finalists is from Mexico and also the United States and of course Indonesia.
Wow.
During the preparations, the most challenging part will be how we manage our study and also how we doing the laboratory work for these competitions at the same time. So that will be the most challenging part of all.
So time management.
Yeah, time management.
Time management. Now, Brian, can you share us more about how confident are you entering this competition?
Entering these competitions and knowing that the fact you are in the same stage with the master students and also students from
around the world
there were no distinctions between undergraduate and postgraduate.
Exactly. So you will compete with that master students. So we can do our best, and we don't know actually the idea from the other teams, right? So what we can do is actually manage to find what will be answering all the objectives of this competition. So we believe that while we all manage to answer the game, so we can actually manage it, and it happens. So
so keep calm and just keep on competing.
Exactly.
Brian, if you can please explain to us what is actually the motive of this competition? What is the objective of this competition?
Yeah, the special things about this competition should be from the name itself, because it is designed for developing countries. So we have to bear in mind that our product should be feasible and also could be accessible to be implemented in developing countries. In this case,
Indonesia.
In this case, our country, Indonesia. So it's related also from the previous questions about how we actually stand out from the other teams will be on the technology. So we have to manage it really, really simple and also can be feasible to be implemented in developing countries, noting all the limitations and so on. So that's why I think like what we should highlight from this competition.
I see. Now, please tell us more about your project, about the final product that won you the competition, and what was the idea behind it?
All right, so it is actually not a really novel technology. It's called as the biopreservations. So biopreservations. So where most juices and smoothies like preserve with chemical preservatives, here we came up with an idea of like using biopreservatives. It is actually a compound derived from several sources. In this case, if you have ever heard about bekasam, our traditional fermented products, and cheese whey, we can isolate the biopreservatives from there. So that's why it we can say that it is feasible to be implemented in Indonesia, and also it came with like a really cheap price. That's why like we try to show them, even though the methods of biopreservations is not a novel technology, but noting that the simple way and also the new idea, it is applied to a red dragon fruit smoothies, which is native to our country.
Oh, that's another plus point for the judges.
Exactly,
Did the biopreservatives change the texture or the flavor of the smoothies?
So we have like conduct several tests, and it not significantly changed the texture and flavor. Instead, it extends the shelf life of our products. So,
Brian, can you please explain more to us about biopreservatives and how can your team win this competition because of these biopreservatives? Since you said this is actually not a new technology, what's so different? What did you do?
So the biopreservatives is actually like another methods from chemical preservatives. So the compound name as plantaricin, it derived from a bacteria named as Lactobacillus plantarum. So if you have heard about the Lactobacillus plantarum,
get it from yogurt drinks.
It's from yogurt. It's very famous. But we are not using the active form of bacteria because like the active form will be like only make your product for several days. We use the isolate from it, so it's not an active. We call it as a single compound of Lactobacillus plantarum called as plantaricin. So this plantaricin is claimed to like extend the shelf life of our product. And how this little tiny things called as plantaricins like make us into the final and also impress the judges will be, as what I have explained before, it is feasible that could be derived from several sources that this already exists in Indonesia.
So, and is it easy to reproduce if you want to, mass produce it?
The mass productions is very easy. Even we done it in our own laboratory back in the campus. So it actually a method that we can promote. Like it's very simple to follow and also simple to produce. That's why even though we saw a lot of really good and advanced technology from the other team that make us like a bit not sure about our team. It's because it's very simple. But noting that this competitions is for the developing countries. That's why like
and of course anything natural would still be better than chemical these days.
That's why.
So simplicity and accessibility actually.
The simplicity.
If I can just ask, by how many days, or I don't know, like how does it work? How long will it extend the food?
Very good question, Luisa. I also wondered.
So there are a study for several juice that is exposed to plantaricin, and it lasts for like 4 months. And
4 months?
Yeah, it's 4 months, and it's outside the cold chains. And
so unrefrigerated, just like outside. Normal temperature?
The room temperature.
Room temperature. We're talking about food such as smoothies, did you say?
Yep,
oh, wow.
The smoothies one. And also the fruit. And in our product, it will be like last for at least 6 months. Noting another technology, it's called as the hurdle technology applied. It's basically something that we do in our packaging and how we actually the process of it, we modified it until we can calculate it. It will be falls between 6 months or more.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, Brian, we were just talking about the issue of food security before we started talking to you, and I'm sure as a student at IPB, you've learned also about this ongoing problem. How do you think your invention, your ingenious, clever way of solving, you know, this problem with your team could actually be beneficial to the food security problem? Do you think this can be applicable, especially here in Indonesia?
All right, that's a very hard question to answer, but a food
Big
security,
responsibility for you now.
It's a really huge thing to discuss about food security, but what we believe here will be, it is because in a form of beverage. We cannot replace our rice as our main consumptions here, but our point here will be replacing the consumptions of sugar-sweetened beverage that is recently consumed by our children and elder so it increased like the diabetics prevalence in our country. So we are going to that way so to replace the
healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, the healthy lifestyles.
Of course, we're always aiming for how to be healthier these days, especially for people living in the city, because everything that we consume nowadays is always chemically made.
Sugar added and beverage very high.
And I've often hear that although we live in Indonesia where fresh fruits is in abundance, but not that many people actually in percentage eat fresh fruits every day. So this also could be probably a solution, because one of the reasons people don't eat fresh fruits because they expire so fast.
That's right.
So maybe you can come in here with biopreservatives. Have you been thinking about like patent it? I think this would be like a great way to make smoothies more popular.
That's right.
We're still not thinking about that far yet, but who knows what the future holds. Maybe someday.
Now, Brian, after you winning this competition, what's the next step for you then?
So, noting that I am in my last year in the study program, I will be focusing on doing my final paper or final work called as Skripsi. And after that, we are actually going to focus on maybe pursuing a career in the field of food science. And,
Wow.
Any inventions, any innovations that's in the back of your mind right now that you think you may want to create someday in terms of food technology?
Maybe developments in the food industry and food technology that you want to pursue.
So I've been thinking about how we actually applied this kind of preservatives to like a food product, not in a beverage product. So this will be like a thing that I would like to explore more after this competition.
Will it be more challenging to create these biopreservatives for food?
So there will be another part of story, but we have to like do a research more on that, and it will be more challenging. But again, it is not a novel technology. People out there are doing that, and I think we are on like a good track for Indonesians. In this case, maybe the food scientists coming from Indonesia. There are a lot that can like collaborate and doing something about it.
Wow, that's amazing. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much,
Brian, for your achievement, for representing Indonesia. Now, before we let you go, we would love to ask you to give some shout outs, maybe to your friends in Bogor. You're the Bogor pride here, representing IPB, and also to encourage other people, especially students, who also want to participate in international events and also make us proud there. Can you please tell us to the camera and just let it all out?
Okay. Thank you very much once again for this great opportunity. I'm actually not alone here.
Yes.
Our team consists of me, Brian, and also my two other friends. They are Camila and also Alia. So once again, thank you very much to the Department of Food Science Technology, IPB University, for trusting on us and also giving us undoubtedly a great support. And one message to our students out there to not scared to explore more and also to compete in the international stage, noting that we are Indonesian and we made it. The fact that we made it, you just have to be confident and also working really hard for it. So just put that aside, the your doubt about yourselves, your doubt about maybe you are left behind. Just believe that we can do that, and we are looking forward for more innovations and more good news from Indonesian students that could stand out not only in our country, Indonesia, but all over the globe.
Very well said, Brian. Thank you so much. You are living proof that determination, resilience, and ingenuity can actually win the competition. So once again, thank you. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
And we would love to hear more from you, Brian, once you go into the food industry. Okay?
Will do.
And maybe next time we'll see biopreservatives and all the smoothies that we see in Indonesia. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you so much, Kat.
All right, so we'll be back in Starting Point. Stay with us.